Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Orina. 3 vets were brutally assaulted outside a shack at Kandoli on the night intervening Saturday and Sunday. However, while the vets claimed that lewd remarks were passed against a lady vet, which led to the assault, the shack owner, who is a woman, claims that all the 3 vets were drunk, fighting among themselves and abusing loudly. The shack owner also said that they did not accept their help to go to a hospital and did not accompany the police to the police station initially.
तो वहाँ तक हम जाने वाले थे, इतने में बीच में 7-8 लोग आए, शायद उससे ज़्यादा ही होंगे, देख नहीं पाए। तो उन्होंने आके पीछे से बैम्बू या उनके पास और भी बैम्बू जैसा कुछ स्टिक थी उनके पास, उन्होंने उससे काफ़ी मोटा साइज़ में था वो, कम से कम इतना तो होगा। उन्होंने आके जस्ट मेरे को सबसे पहले हिट किया पीछे से। तो हिट करने के बाद मैं ग्राउंड पे गिर गया, ब्लैकआउट पूरा, मेरे को कुछ याद नहीं है 2-4 मिनट। तो उसके बाद में और उसके बाद में जब वो लोग उसके बाद भी मेरे को मार रहे थे, उसके बाद डॉक्टर, उसके बाद में हमारे साथ जो मेरे साथ दूसरे फ्रेंड हैं डॉक्टर, वो मेरे को बचाने के लिए आए। तो उसके बाद भी उन्होंने उनको भी सर पे उसी बैम्बू से मारा उन्होंने, बाकी 7-8 लोग थे। और दूसरा हमारी जो फ्रेंड थी, जो दूसरी डॉक्टर थी गर्ल, वो भी थी हमारे साथ में। तो वो भी जब आई तो उसको भी असोल्ट किया गया, उसको बाल पकड़ के खींचा गया, उसको जगह जगह से टच किया गया बहुत बुरी तरीके से, गलत तरीके से। और मारा, उसको भी थप्पड़ मारा। वो एक डॉग भी लेके आए थे अपने साथ में, पिटबुल डॉग लेके आए थे वो अपने साथ में, ग्रे या ब्राउन कलर का डॉग था। उन्होंने ये भी ट्राई किया कि वो डॉग हमें काटे।
तो जब हम वहाँ से निकल रहे थे तो उन्होंने इस पे अटैक किया। देन फिर मैंने उसको देखा कि वो नीचे पड़ा हुआ था। देन वन ऑफ द पर्सन दे ट्राई टू ग्रैब मी फ्रॉम बिहाइंड, और वो मुझे पीछे लेके जा रहे थे। एंड देन अगेन फिर मैं उनको धक्का मार के आगे आई और वो उसको मार रहे थे, तो मैंने उसको धक्का मारा। एंड देन सडनली उन्होंने मेरे पीछे से बाल पकड़े, वन ऑफ द पर्सन उन्होंने बाल पकड़े और दूसरे ने थप्पड़ मारना शुरू किया मुझे। और फिर वहाँ से मैं निकली, तब फिर एक लड़की आई थी। देन शी स्टार्टेड हिटिंग मी ऑल्सो। तो फिर ये हुआ। उसके बाद जब तक हम ब्लीड करते रहे तब तक वो मारते रहे। जब सब ब्लीडिंग बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया था, उसके बाद उन्होंने हमको छोड़ा, दे वेंट बैक। फिर हमने हमारे फ़ोन सर्च किए, कहाँ है, फ़ोन किया, पुलिस को फ़ोन किया, हम जिसको जानते थे हमें उनको फ़ोन किया। पुलिस भी हमें वहीं पे ही छोड़ के चली गई, बिकॉज 10 पीपल वर देयर ऑलरेडी। उनमें से सिर्फ 3 लोगों को उठा के गई है, हम वहीं पर ही है। वो लोग हमें फिर वापस भी अटैक कर सकते थे।
हांगा पयल्ले थंय आसली ती एक कपल आसली, ना पयली ती कपलूच आसली। ती थंय बिचार बसून थंयसर पियाताली सामकी बिचार। एक्चुअली बिचार पिवपाक इतले रातचे अलाउडूय ना, आनी तुमकांय खबर आहा गव्हर्मेंट अलावूय करना बिचार अशें पिवपाक। बियोज हाडून ती फूल तेंच्या हितून टायट आसली। आनी ती एकामेका तेंची झगडी बिगडी जाली, तेंची एकामेकाक ते मारपाक बिरपाक लागलेले। सो तेन्ना मागीर हांवें म्हणलें सोडून दी, हांव म्हाजें रेस्ट करपाक हांव घरा गेलें। घरा वचून रेस्ट केलें हांवें, म्हाज्या रुमान वचून रेस्ट केलो। सो हांव परत येयलें आनी परत येयलें मागीर ताणें म्हाका कॉल केलो म्हाज्या स्टाफान, तेन्ना हांव परत येयलें जाल्यार तें पयलें जाल्यार ती थंयसर बोवाळ घालताली, बुरश्यो बुरश्यो गाळयो घालताली। मागीर हांगासर म्हाजे कडेन व्हिडिओ आहा तेंचो, ते व्हिडिओन ते दाखयला ते बुरश्यो बुरश्यो सामक्यो बुरश्यो बुरश्यो गाळयो घालता। आनी ताणें म्हटलं 15 जाणां आसलेलीं जाल्यार ते हांगा बसून कित्याक ते हांगासर बसलेले न्हू। तेज्या सायडीक ते 2 चेडे, ते म्हणटा 15 जाणां मारपाक येयलीं आपल्याक, हे सगळे ते म्हणटा। जाल्यार ते कित्याक हे केल्ले? ते कमेंट्स बी तशें कांय ना, ती ऑलरेडी पयलींच येयल्ली, 11 येवनूच ती बसलेली आनी तेंचीच कितें झगडी जाल्ली म्हणून ती। आनी मागीर ती आमच्या स्टाफा कडेन सोरो मागतली, आमचें शेक काय स्टार्ट ना, तो आमी खंयच्यान तेंकां सोरो दितले। आमी म्हटलें तेका, तेंच्या स्टाफान, तो स्टाफ आहलो पळय, ताणें सांगलें आमी बाबा तुका सोरो दिना, आमचे कडेन सोरोच ना। ते इतलें म्हाका खबर ना, कित्याक हांव ऑलरेडी रेस्ट करून, ते आपलें आपलें काम करता। ते आमचे एकूच स्टाफ तो आनी बाकीचे सगळे लेबर्स, ते लेबर्स आतां हांव कितें सांगूं शकता। रुक रे बाबा, ये भी दिखाना है ना उनको क्या कर रही है। ठीक है, पागल हो गई है। बहुत टाइट है। खुद झगड़ रहे हैं और हम दूसरों पे डाल
Meanwhile, Chief Minister Pramod Sawant, when asked to comment, said assaults do happen. The accused Jitendra Singh of Uttarakhand and Arun Kumar Vishwakarma from Allahabad were arrested.
डॉक्टराचेर असॉल्ट जालो
सर डॉक्टराचेर काल तीग जाणांचेर भितर उडयले भितर उडयले
सर मात हांवें गोंयान
अशें अनसेफ काय फील जाता न्हू तेंकां
चल चल
The Goa Assembly Speaker heard the second disqualification petition filed by former Congress President Girish Chodankar in 2022 on Monday after a gap of 2 years following Supreme Court directions. All 8 Congress MLAs have been asked to file their replies by 18th October. The arguments will take place on 24th and 25th October. Goa Assembly Speaker dismissed the first disqualification petition filed by Dominic Norona against 8 rebel Congress MLAs.
आज पयलीं आमी 4:30 वरांचेर डॉमिनिक नरोनाची जे पिटिशन चालू आशिल्लें डिस्क्वॉलिफिकेशन पिटिशन तें डिसमीस केल्लें आसा आनी आयज साकून आमी जें दुसरें पिटिशन आशिल्लें गिरीश चोडणकर तें घेतलेलें आसा
डिसमिस
डिसमीस ग्रावंड केला सो ऑर्डर मेळटली तुमकां त्यार तुमी ऑर्डर वाचा आनी त्या ऑर्डर
तीन पिटिशनां न्ही ती
तीन पिटिशन जर आसली वेगवेगळ्या मनशाची वेगवेगळ्या पिटिशन त्याच प्रमाणे पयलीं पिटिशन जें आसा न्ही डॉमिनिक नरोनाचें जे डिस्क्वॉलिफिकेशन पिटिशन आशिल्लें तें आज डिसमीस केलें
आमी डिसक्वॉलिफिकेशन पिटिशन जे फायल केल्लें तेची आयज फर्स्ट हियरींग दवरलेली स्पिकरान फायल केल्लें पिटिशन गिरीश चोडणकरान नोव्हेंबर ऑफ 2022 ऑलमोस्ट आफ्टर 2 years दी फर्स्ट हियरींग ऑफ दी मॅटर वॉज केप्ट बाय दी स्पीकर आनी तुमकां खबर आसतलें आय थिंक दीस ऑल इज बिकॉज दी सुप्रीम कोर्ट हॅड डायरेक्टेड देम टू टेक डिसिजन इन अ पर्टिक्युलर टायम सो आतां 2 वर्सां नंतर फर्स्ट हियरींग जाला सो आय डोंट वॉन्ट टू से एनीथिंग मोर यू कॅन अंडरस्टँड वॉट इज हॅपनिंग
कितले मिनटां जाल्ली हियरींग
हियरींग आतां फर्स्टूच हियरींग आशिल्ली सो बेसिकली तेंच्यांनी टायमलायन दिला की 18 तारखेक मेरेन 18 ऑक्टोबर मेरेन रिस्पॉन्डंट सगळ्यांनी रिप्लाय आपलो फायल करचो म्हणून 22 तारखे मेरेन आमकां रिजॉयंडर फायल करपाक टायम दिला आनी 24 आनी 25 ऑक्टोबर आर्ग्युमेंटाक दवरला
हातून विटनेसीस तशें कितें आसा
विटनेसीस इन द सेन्स दीस इज ऑल बेस्ड ऑन डॉक्युमेंट सो डॉक्युमेंटरी एविडन्स आसा सो आमी वी वील वॉन्ट टू आर्ग्यू ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ डॉक्युमेंट्स बिकॉज दोज डॉक्युमेंट्स कांट बी डिस्प्युटेड बाय एनीबडी तेंचेच डॉक्युमेंट ते सगळे
So you expect order before commencement of the Supreme Court from 4th November?
Ata I don't want to say what I expect and I don't expect. Only thing which I know for sure till now the decision was not to take a decision. It appears that because of Supreme Court's matter going on in the Supreme Court, at least now they have decided to decide. So let's see when they decide.
पण तुमकां कितले सेकंडापर्यंत कंप्लीट जातले कशें दिसता
आता ज्या तरेन तेंच्यानी टायमलायन दिला ते डिसायड करतले अशें दिसता बट आतां मेरेन 2 वर्सां जर लागली फर्स्ट हियरींग घेवपाक जाल्यार इट इज क्लियर न्ही पयलीं डिसिजन घेतिल्लें की आमी कांयच डिसिजन घेवचें ना म्हणून
आमचो पेटिशन फॉर डिस्क्वॉलिफिकेशन ऑफ द 8 members पड आशिल्लो इट स्टँड्स डिस्क्वॉलिफायड इट स्टँड्स डिसमिस्ड सॉरी इट स्टँड्स डिसमिस्ड सो इट्स अ 35-page order so we request time to give any further statements on it on what we could do because we have to go through the depth of the order to understand if the findings and all that are in favor or not in favor to go further. So in due course of time we will announce a further course of action. Any other questions? Then feel free.
You will examine what is the ground? What is the ground?
I have not gone to into the depth, but in the oral arguments, the grounds that the defendants were relying was on 4.2, section 4.2 of the Constitution. We were relying on the 10th schedule. What we were saying is that a party, if it has to merge with 2/3, it should be the overall party that merges. But their argument was that 2/3 of the legislative party can merge. That was their this. So it looks like their argument has stood. We have not gone into the order, but looks like what they have stated has stood. That is why our case stands dismissed.
Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant has called on people to give up their two-wheelers and opt for public transport. Are there sufficient buses for people to reach villages from major towns? Is there public transport to villages after 8 p.m.?
प्रत्येक एक्झिबिशन आमकां रोड सेफ्टी बद्दलचे रुल्स हे शिकयता आनी तांच्यांनी आपल्या इनोवेटीव तकलेंतल्यान की रोड सेफ्टी कशी करपाक जाता. हांवें ऑलरेडी आमच्या ट्राफीक डिपार्टमेंटाक इन्स्ट्रक्शन्स दिला की तुमी सुद्दां तांच्या कडल्यान शिकपाची गरज आसा, कारण इनोवेटीव भुरग्यांच्या तकलेंतल्यान ते इनोवेटीव जे आहा पळय न्ही हे येवपाक शकता. म्हणून तांच्यांनी जे एक्झिबिशन केल्या ते जर आमी पळयत, आमी जर सिग्नलाचो यूज वेवस्थीत रित्या जर करपाक शकले, ट्राफीक रुल्स जर आमी फॉलो करपाक शकले, म्हाका दिसता गोंय सारकिल्या ट्युरिस्टीक स्टेटींतल्यान आमी एक्सिडंट हे बरेच कमी करपाक शकतले. माविनान रेंट अ कार, रेंट अ बायक ह्या सगळ्या विशयाचेर उलयले. गोंयांत येवपी मनीस हो आपल्याक कदाचित जे परवडना म्हणून रेंट अ बायक आनी रेंट अ कार जी आहा पळय न्ही ही घेवन भोंवता. बट तेंची रोड सेफ्टी हाज्या खातीर आमी पब्लीक ट्रान्सपोर्ट आनी बाकीच्यो ट्रान्सपोर्ट सिस्टम ह्यो इम्प्रूव करपाक लागल्या. फाटल्या 4-5 वर्सां वेगवेगळे रिफॉर्म्स आमी हाडपाक लागल्या. आमकां लोकांची सेफ्टी ही खूब म्हत्वाची आसा.
AI enabled so that we can have real-time data of all traffic in a common room, whether it is north or south. We are still evaluating. That's why things don't happen suddenly. We are doing that much of planning. With that, the real safety will come. And my plea even today, whether it is public transport, whether it is taxis, whether it is buses, everybody should come on a digital platform, whatever the platform. I am not saying go to X or go to Y. It is high time, otherwise we will have more and more accidents happening. We will not have control whatsoever. And you cannot only blame the system. When we are trying to change the system, they should not resist it. Goa cannot be isolated, because everywhere it is the question of the whole world going digital. It is with the imprint to help the common man. सामान्य लोकां सुद्दां हेजेर असर पडटा. एक्सिडंट सगळ्या जाता, ताका लागून डिजिटायजेशन, टॅक्सी आसून दी, बस आसून दी, बाकी पब्लीक ट्रान्सपोर्ट आसून दी, हे आमचे कडेन डेटाय मेळटले. आनी मागीर पॉयंट टू पॉयंट खूंय ट्रॅव्हलिंग चड आसता, वॉट टायप ऑफ टुरिस्ट कमी, दॅट इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑटोमॅटिकली वील गेट.
पब्लीक ट्रान्सपोर्ट हें गरजेचें आहा. आमी केन्नाच्यान हो इशू घेतलेलो, हातीन घेतलेलो आसा. आनी आमी एक फॉर्म्युला पासून घातलेलो आसा की कम्फर्टेबल, एफोर्डेबल, सेफ आनी एफिशियंट, म्हणजे केस फॉर्म्युला हे आमी केन्नाच्यान प्रमोट केल्या की पब्लीक ट्रान्सपोर्टाक बसी आसपाक जाय आनी बस स्टँड आसपाक जाय. हे म्हत्वाचो इशू. आतां कोविडाच्या टायमार कितें जालें, खुबशे प्रायवेट बसी जे आपले धंदो मॅनेज करूंक शकले ना पूण तेंच्यांनी बंद केले. आनी खुबशे कदंबाच्यो बस्यो 15 वर्सां जावन गेले म्हणून ते गाडयो आतां रोडार ना. सो म्हाका दिसता जो चीफ मिनिस्टरान स्टेटमेंट केला तो स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट आसा. पूण तेज्या बरोबर म्हाका दिसता कदंबा ट्रान्सपोर्ट कॉर्पोरेशनान आपलें काम फुडें व्हरपाक जाय. डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ ट्रान्सपोर्टान आपलें काम फुडें व्हरपाक जाय. म्हणजे कितें, तेंच्यांनी बसीच्या रुटाचेर रिव्यू करपाक जाय आनी ज्यो रुटाचेर बस्यो ना त्यो बसी परमीट परत दिवपाक जाय. कोणाक जर परमीट ते ऑपरेट करपाचें ना जाल्यार तेंच्यांनी सरेंडर करचें आनी दुसऱ्यान दिवचें. पूण म्हाका दिसता पब्लीक ट्रान्सपोर्ट इज अ सोल्युशन फॉर गोवा. कित्याक आयज तुमी पळयत जाल्यार ऑलरेडी 15-16 लाख लोक आसा आनी 15 लाख गाडयो जाल्या. आनी त्या भायर ट्युरिस्ट येता. जेन्ना ट्युरिस्ट येता 30-35 लाख ट्युरिस्टाच्यो गाडयो गोंयांत येता. सो पब्लीक ट्रान्सपोर्ट इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. पण तेज्या बरोबर फॉर एक्झाम्पल बस स्टॉप घालपाक जाय, बस पे घालपाक जाय, बसीचे रूट डिक्लेअर करपाक जाय, बस नंबर घालपाक जाय. आज आमी पळयतात की बसीक फक्त नंबर प्लेट आसा पूण रूट खबर ना. लोकांक आमी सांगतले जे बाबा हो बस वर, हे बस ते बस घे म्हणून, ते ट्युरिस्टाक कांय कळना. सो हो जो स्टेटमेंट जो चीफ मिनिस्टरान केला म्हाका दिसता बरें पडटलें. कित्याक खूब डिस्कशन जातलें पंचायत आनी म्युनिसिपालिटीक. म्हाका दिसता तूं रोड सेफ्टी कमिटी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ ट्रान्सपोर्टाक बरोवपाक जाय की बाबा आमच्यो गांवान बसी बंद पडलेले आसा. आमच्यो गांवान जे 15 मिनट अर्दे वरान बसी आसले ते आतां एका वरान पासून पावना.
The Chief Minister has urged the people to take the public transport in order to avoid accidents. Goa CAN member Roland Martins on Monday stated that the statement given by the Chief Minister is absolutely right, but provided there should be enough public transport for the people to commute. In this edition of Street Voices, Herald TV spoke to people whether Goa has an efficient public transport system since the Chief Minister has asked people to take public transport.
Have more buses so that convenience for people all types of people, whether it's children, middle age, senior citizens, disabled, have the access to commute from their residence to wherever they have to go in Goa. It should be a frequent transport, so there is no congestion in the buses. There's a place for everyone to travel comfortably, and more important is the safety. Be it the passengers, be it the bus owners, the driver, the conductor, and more than that is that everyone should be peaceful. We want peace in Goa and communal harmony. So we travel peacefully, we reach our destination, we do our services, we get the services, and it should be peaceful. Implementing more buses, so eco-friendly, meaning for passengers to get in and get off comfortably. It should be eco-friendly to all ages. More buses implementing will be better, so we won't have congestion everywhere, and it will be necessary for everyone to.
There is a lot of public transport, no doubt. Many people do take public transport because it is convenient and they don't have to worry about parking, especially in urban areas. The problem with public transport that I see personally is that many of, whether it is private or the public buses, they stop anywhere because they need passengers. Now the problem is when they stop abruptly like this, the vehicles behind them sometimes are not aware of what they're doing. This can cause accidents. So there is some learning about public transport or buses. There is some learning about educating them where to stop. They need to know how to stop safely. When they stop safely, the other vehicles around them can also brake in time. Otherwise, there is a case where people will be affected. Accidents can occur. Ata samajto, if you are going to any rural area, buses are not there, and buses sagle thamanar. So what they do is people use their own vehicles. Own vehicles म्हणजे कितें rural areas and कितें आसता scootery, ना जाल्यार two-wheelers, they use kottag. And in the villages, if you are going to use a two-wheeler, they helmets use korinan. So it is not safe. People need to be educated, and it's not just the people who are driving or riding. Even pedestrians need to be educated.
Public transport, there needs to be a survey done of what is happening. Many people have permits to actually to run the buses, but that is not happening. Especially if you go to the villages, people are suffering. Everyone is buying a bike now to get over that issue of not having public transport. I think on the 12th, Chief Minister himself made a statement that everyone should use public transport. I would go so far as to say to the Chief Minister that they should actually see what is happening at the ground. It's very easy to say, use the public transport, but there has to be public transport for us to use. If there is no public transport, how are people going to use it? Whether it's they go for mini buses or whatever, but safe, affordable public transport system needs to be put in place.
The Wailing, Priol, Kunkuli locals, farmers and Sarpanch Harsha Gowde have strongly opposed the mega residential project proposed in the village. They said agriculture is the occupation of the area and all farmers depend upon it for their livelihood. The mega project is coming up on around 1 lakh square meters, which includes orchards and settlement area. The project will have devastating effect on the village, they said.
The Wailing Priol Konkalyam locals, farmers and Sarpanch Harsha Gowde have strongly opposed the mega residential project proposed in the village. They said, agriculture is the occupation of the area and all farmers depend upon it for livelihood. The mega project is coming on around 1 lakh square meters, which includes orchards and a settlement area. The project will have devastating effect on the village, they said.
सगळ्यांक सांगपाक सोदता हांव की हो आमचे सर्वे नंबर 27-28 जे प्लॉट करून दिवपाक सोदता तर ते जावपा जायना कित्याक आमचे दोनूय वाड्यां मेळून 1 आनी 2 अशें मेळून एक 1,000 ग्रामस्थ आसात रावतात लोकसंख्या आसा तशेंच थोड्यांनी रूम काडून भाड्याक दिल्ले आसा आसा तेय तेंचे कामगार जे फॅक्टरीन वता तेंचे फॅमिली थोडे ते कामगार हांगा रावतात. तशेंच तेतून आनी जर 90-100 अशे प्लॉट जाले जाल्यार आनी लोक वस्ती वाडटली. पयलींच आमच्या गांवांत थोडे थोडे वाड्यांचेर आमकां आजून उदक सारकें मेळना. तितून अशें जायत जाल्यार लायटीक उदकाक आनी आमच्या निसर्गाचेर खूब फटको बसतलो. अशें जावचें न्ही. आमचे हो गांव कसो देव देवतांनी शांत तसोच कुळागरांनी दोंगरांनी नटलेलो आसा आनी आमचो एक सुंदर असो गांव आसा. अशें जर आनी एक 500,000 लोक येवन हांगा रावले जाल्यार ही आमची निसर्गाची संपत्ती नश्ट जातली.
जर कुंकळ्या गांवांत आमी ह्या पयलीं सुद्दां हांगा फुलां फळांनी भरलेलो हो गांव. एक इंडस्ट्री हांगा येयली आनी आमचे चडशें उत्पन्न हांगा काबार जालें. तशेंच ह्या दिसांनी एक 28 आनी 27 सर्वे नंबरान प्लॉट करता अशें आमचे दर्शकांक दिले आनी तेका लागून हांवें गांवकारां कडेन मागलें की अशें आमचे वार्डांत घडटा. लोक प्लॉट घेवपाक येतात, एक तरी बिल्डर थंय प्लॉट विकपाची तयारी करता. तेन्ना हांव गांवकारांक त्या सगळ्यांक नदरेक हाडून दिलें आनी गांवकाऱ्यांनी गेल्या संडेक मिटींग जाली हांगा आनी ताका ओपोज करपाचो प्रयत्न केलो.
आनी हांव समितीचे अभिनंदन करता कारण तिणे हायवेचेरूच एक बरो बोर्ड लायल्लो आसा की कोणी जर प्लॉट घेतलो जाल्यार ते तुमचे वेलीट धरचे ना, गांवचो ताका पुराय अपोज आसा. आनी त्याच बरोबर जशें सरपंचान सांगलां त्या पद्दतीन ग्रामपंचायतीचो अपोज आसतलो. आनी अजय भुवन जो प्रश्न केलो जरी लिगली सगळे ते येयले जर गांव सगळो एकठांय आसत जाल्यार कोणाकूय हे शक्य जावचें ना.
Kalangut police arrested 2 accused for allegedly molesting a female tourist in Kalangut. The accused identified as Prem Kumar Pandey from Jaipur and Krishna Baldev Singh from Agra.
The Kalangut police on Sunday arrested 2 persons on the charge of molesting a female tourist in Kalangut Road in daylight. According to Kalangut police, the names of the accused as Prem Kumar Pandey, aged 30, and Krishna Baldev Singh, aged 24, both natives of Uttar Pradesh and presently residing at Kandolin. Based on a complaint of molestation, an FIR was lodged and a case under sections 74, 75, 78, 79 and 115, read with 3, 5, BNS 2023 has been registered against them at Kalangut PS. The police stated that probe is underway and more arrests are likely in this connection.
Power Minister Ramkrishna Sudhin Davlikar has denied that there is any proposal for 5 special economic zones in the Electricity Department proposal. He said the power needs of Goa increasing every year. Also, Prashant Bhushan, counsel for Goa Foundation, has given in writing to the Supreme Court that there can be no objection to the recommendations of the CEC in implementing the Tamnar project. I am not aware of the centre has given any direction of SEZs to Tamnar, he said.
तांचो काउन्सील जो आशिल्लो प्रशांत भूषण ताणें जे सुप्रीम कोर्टाक बरोवन दिलां तें ताणें वाचचें. फाटले सगळे जे कितें प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्टां आशिल्लें किंवा कितें आशिल्लें तें सगळें कुशीन दवरून ताणें स्वता बरोवन दिलां. ती प्रशांत भूषण लर्न काउन्सील appearing for Goa Foundation also submitted that there can be no objection for the implementation of the recommendation made by CEC in the respect of realignment of the transmission line. And जेन्ना हे सुप्रीम कोर्ट खुद्द एक्सेप्ट करता आनी आमकां सांगता की गो एज पर CEC guidelines आनी एज पर द ऑर्डर ऑफ द CEC. Then where is the question of SEZ and other things comes here? 1200 मेगावॅट वीज निर्मिती गोंया इमिजिएट जायना आनी आमची विजेची भूक जी आसा ती वाडत आसा आनी काही न्यूजपेपर त्या दिसा ते दितात आनी दिवपाचें त्या बद्दल मानना. पूण असल्यो खोट्यो बातम्यो पसरोवन अननेसरी लोकां मध्ये म्हणजे कितें जावपा खातीर एक इश्यू उत्पन्न करप आपूण जावन हें बरोबर न्हय. आमचें गोंय हें शांत. हो इश्यू 2015 2015 तो खंय आशिल्लो. ताणें पिटिशन केन्ना घालें. ताणें पिटिशन घालें 2020. ताणें 2006 वर्सां तो कित्याक रावलो. ताका जर खरेंच जर कितेंय करपाक जाय आशिल्लें तो 6 वर्सां रावचो नाशिल्लो. 2015 चालू जालें तेन्नाच ताणें तें करपाक जाय आशिल्लें. आनी आतां कंप्लिशन स्टेजीर जवळ जवळ ह्या 2 म्हयने भितर आमी सगळें कंप्लीट करता आनी पावर आमकां रिलीज जाता आनी अशा वेळार तें कितें.
The Fama the Menino Jesus at Our Lady of Merced Church in Kolwa was celebrated on Monday, October 14th. The day commenced with a mass at 5:30 am, followed by a solemn procession led by Reverend Father Simpliciano Fernandez, the parish priest of Kolwa Church. Thousands of devotees thronged the church to celebrate and be a part of this auspicious Fama.
Historically, the statue of Menino Jesus was discovered by a Jesuit priest named Father Benito Ferreira S.J. off the coast of Mozambique. He brought the statue to the Church of Our Lady of Mercies in Kolwa, where he was stationed. The idol was placed on the church's altar, quickly becoming a focal point of devotion and veneration. However, the celebration of Menino Jesus was interrupted when the Jesuit order was transferred to the Rashol Seminary, taking the idol with them. The villagers, deeply attached to this deity, fervently requested the return of the idol, but their pleas were unfortunately rejected. Disheartened, the villagers returned home only to discover that the ring on Menino Jesus' finger had miraculously reappeared in the altar niche of the church. In a joyful response, they crafted a new statue, placed the ring on its finger, and resumed their veneration.
भोवतान वाडटा आनी भोवतान मिनी जेजूला मागता तितलें मेळटा. देखून हो जर आनी लोक आयज सकाळ दर्शन घेवंक येतले हिंदू मुस्लीम आनी क्रिस्तांव वेगळो दाखोवन आसतना ताचें दर्शन घेवन देण्यानी बरोवन दादूच जावन येतले. आमी तुमकां सगळ्यांक हॅपी फामा हांव दिता.
The statue of Our Lady of Fatima was taken out in a procession near the Immaculate Conception Church, Panjim, and Holy Spirit Church, Margao, on Sunday. The feast of Our Lady, also known as Saibin to the locals of Goa, was celebrated with great fervour and devotion. October 13th marks the anniversary of the apparition of Our Lady to 3 shepherd children in the small village of Fatima in Portugal in 1917.
The statue of Our Lady of Fatima was taken out in a procession near the Immaculate Conception Church, Panjim, and Holy Spirit Church, Margao, on Sunday. The Feast of Our Lady, also known as Saibin, to the locals of Goa was celebrated with great fervour and devotion. 13th October marks the anniversary of the apparition of Our Lady to 3 shepherd children in the small village of Fatima in Portugal in 1917.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news and alerts, please follow us on Heraldo on Facebook and X. Take care and goodbye.